I'm Kristen. I run Glam Bam Lashes in Monterey, California, and today's video is going to be about how to apply your strip lashes if you have been purchasing them from me, or if you just aren't sure how to put on strip lashes. Hopefully this will be helpful. With handmade strip lashes like this, you want to make sure that you're cleaning off the excess adhesive after every use. That way they don't get stuck together or ruined, and that way the extensions that are applied on here don't pop off prematurely, because since they are handmade, they are a little bit more delicate than the sewn in extensions that you would buy at the store. So you just want to make sure. I just wore these yesterday, so I'm gonna get some of the excess glue off, and you can, maybe you can't see it, looks like residue, so you don't want that on there. My favorite adhesive that I've always used has been Duo. You can get it at Target or pretty much any pharmacy store like that, CVS. I do use the dark colored one just because I like the way that the finish is on this one a little bit better, but you can get the clear one and it's gonna work just as good. There's, I'm sure, tons of other brands on the market that would work just as well. This is just what works for me and what I personally like to do. So yeah, looks like this. Comes in a little squeeze tube. So let's begin. Okay, I zoomed it in just so that you guys can see a little bit better. I do already have a layer of mascara on. If you don't put mascara on before you do the strips, they tend to really stand out where your natural lashes are. So you definitely want to make sure you're putting on mascara before you put the strips on top of it. And you also don't want to put mascara on after you put your handmade strips on, because just like extensions, it will cause them to clump together and destroy the extensions. So if you really want to get the most use out of them, make sure you're putting the mascara on beforehand. These are already trimmed to the size of my eye. When you're putting on extensions for the strip lash extensions for the first time, they might be larger than your natural eye. So essentially what you want to do is look into a mirror and line it up from the inner corner of your eye to the outer corner and see where it would fit on your eye. And if it's too big, you want to trim from the outside, since the inside is going to be the shortest extensions. You don't want to cut all those ones off and then end up having really long inner corners. So I'm just going to go in with my adhesive and create a little bubble on the top like this. So squeeze until you can see some of the adhesive coming out and dab it along the lash line. You want to do this pretty slowly so it doesn't get all over the place. And start from the middle of the extension and work your way out, because you want the middle to dry the fastest and you want the outer corners to be applied last. So just make sure they're really coated in the adhesive, but it should be a thin layer that's evenly distributed. And then you can see it's like gray. So it'll look like that, and you want to give it 30 to 60 seconds to kind of get, the word is tacky, but it's like sticky essentially. You want it to dry down a little bit before you put it on your eye, because it won't stay in place until it's cured slightly. So we're gonna let that cool off, and I'll see you in a sec. You'll be able to tell when the strips are ready because the color will start to disappear. So instead of being that gray color, it starts to become invisible, and that's how you know that they're ready to apply. Okay. I use one of my lash tweezers to put these on, but I know they also sell like strip extension tweezer things you can buy like at Target and stuff that would be just as helpful. I just have these at home, so I didn't need to purchase anything differently. These work fine for me. I can grab the lash and place it on the way that I would like to. I always start by placing it in the middle of my eye and getting the center adhered first. I guess you can't see what I'm doing. Wiggle it in place a little bit. And then you want to move the outer corner in line with yours and get that lined up. Once that's got a nice solid grip, then you can start trying to apply the inner corner. And the adhesive is easy to work with, so if you don't get it lined up perfectly the very first try, you have a few, seconds to get it going where you want it to go before it'll dry on you and you're stuck with lashes you don't like. I'm gonna do the other side now. And another way you can put the adhesive on if that method doesn't work for you is you can get an eyeliner brush and put the adhesive on your eyelid like eyeliner. It's a little bit harder to clean off at the end, but it's pretty easy to put the extensions on this way. So you'll just trace a line on your eyelid where your eyeliner would go. And I just have the adhesive on the back of my hand for the purposes of this video. Again, my eye already has mascara on it. If you wanted to wear eyeliner under this, it would look more natural. I didn't put any eyeliner on today, but you could just trace over the eyeliner you were already wearing with this adhesive. And with this method, since you're not putting that much on and it's directly where you're gonna place the eyelashes, you don't have to wait after you put it on the eyeliner. You just pick up your lash and grab it with your tweezer or your hand and start placing it towards the middle of your eye. Wiggle it, get it in place. Same thing, get the outer corner attached. And then bring down the inner corner. And there you go. And there you have it. I personally prefer the way it works better to put the adhesive on as an eyeliner. I think it's a lot easier for people who aren't used to extensions in the form of strips like me. I've had actual eyelash extensions for the past 3.5 years, so getting used to strips was a whole new set of problems, but I'm getting through it, and so will you. I hope this was helpful and that everybody's gonna love putting on their strip lashes until we can get back into the studio. Also, stay safe and healthy, and I hope everybody's following the COVID-19 safety precautions. That way we can all get back into the studio as soon as possible. I love you guys. Bye.